Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
Oh, it's draft night, and I couldn't be hyped any more than the next person sitting here. We're probably going to have two analysts on there with Andrew and Luke, but welcome to the season finale of ITL. I'm definitely going to be distracted as the messages are coming in. For some of the listeners, you lucky listeners, are going to be on tonight's show. I'm very excited to announce our official, and it looks like Kiko is in here from the Plus draft from this past weekend that we hosted. Kenny's going to be excited because we got a special announcement for him later. But welcome. All right. Episode 50, Season 3. That's right. We're breaking down the NFL South. All the Southern divisions there, the ones that have players and the ones that don't. But we're going to talk about that in just a second. I'm your host, Ernest Silva, brought to you and powered by Blue Collar Media Group, the mothership. Let's go down the lineup here. First off and foremost, Kenny Cotterill at HedgePod. How's it going, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm prepared to just dominate the league like I dominate Pick'em every year. And honestly, I feel bad for the listeners. Like, I'm kind of a dick in the way that just going to dominate this league. So, like, it's really unfortunate for them. But, like, they'll still enjoy the show every week. They just won't enjoy Sundays after I mop the floor with them.
I really hope you keep that energy. Insert the blanks there. Now, we also have, that's right, the man from the Boomtown Pod right here, Andrew Consultant. What's up, brother?
Hey, Ernest. A lot of dick talk today so far, so might as well continue that. I mean, what's the over-under on dick talks? Anyways, that's on TikTok. I'm dick talking. No, it's been a crazy little while, man. We just got back from Palace Athena's 2 out in Calgary, and that was a ton of fun. Did some ringside commentary. If you missed it, of course, you can go to Fight TV, check it out on pay-per-view, shameless plug. And yeah, man, happy to be back, dude.
Totally worth the shameless plug, man. You were fantastic. I got to watch a little bit. Of course. Let's not leave him out. Him and his pup. That's right. Just Luke joining ITL night. What's up, brother?
What's up, my man? 2 weeks out from Regina, Saskatchewan. We're going to a Rough Riders game. Like, let's go. Ready to go. But I'm just saying, what's better, starting the season with one quarterback or starting the season with 3 quarterbacks? Just asking for
one.
A friend. If you guys need one,
it's one.
If
That's
you
the
need
correct
one,
answer.
we can send you one. I mean, if you really want Mason Rudolph, we'll send it to you.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think we need it, but we will definitely get back to you on that, Luke. Thanks for offering. I think the Cowboys are fine. We don't even have a kicker, so I'm surprised you didn't offer us a slew of kickers that might be out there for you.
Fantasy league where we're dropping kickers now?
I'm sure Jeff Reed's
I know a punter's that available, but I don't think we should go down that road, although Jerry is not above it.
Making his entrance, ready with the headphones. That's right. You might have seen his sports pick. Eric Sports Pick. What's up, Eric?
Hey, sorry for arriving late. Luke didn't share the link, so I'm here just arriving.
You'll have it.
Are you relying on others?
I was, and then I saw Luke was like, just go up to the top, and then I scroll 80 messages because, you know. And then I found it.
You had to pass all the energy in the chat and then get
Yeah.
Big energy.
Big energy.
Big
all right.
energy.
Super little energy, actually.
Also, hey, Ernest,
I
just
think
for all
there's
the
a mix.
viewers out there,
There's a mix.
the draft order is not correct.
What's wrong with the draft order?
Well, I'm drafting.
Oh, it's not
at
correct on the. Oh, I'm gonna fix that. Kenny. Don't worry. I will fix that on the actual. Yeah, it's on the list of things to do before we get to the draft. What we're gonna do today, though, in round one, is we're gonna talk some news and notes. So those of you who are watching might not have had their draft yet either. You might want to take some notes. There are some players who are not on teams after final cuts. So let's talk right into that. But before we go into cuts, let's talk about some of the breaking news over the last 48 hours or let's say 72 hours. Let's do Brian Robinson takes a bullet for the team. Literally, he was basically held up. Was it carjacking? Was the news jack? So rumor had it that it was somebody who knew Antonio Gibson, but they're still trying to prove that. Kenny, how do you take the Brian Robinson news?
Yeah, I'm not going to make any jokes about this. That's super unfortunate because it looked like he was going to be running back one and the guy almost died. So no jokes here. Super unfortunate to see.
Andrew, did you draft Brian Robinson?
Talk about a literal pain in the ass. No, I mean, I didn't take him, but I did take Antonio Gibson. So I'm just praying that works out for me now.
Oh, that was actually a shot in the dark, and that was a good shot in the dark for you. Mostly nobody took Antonio Gibson. I knew. Eric, how do you feel about Brian Robinson returning this year?
Well, first off, it's not, like to Kenny's point, it's very unfortunate that it happened, but hopefully he comes back healthy and starts as RB1.
On the clock.
You fucking drafting during this show?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. Steve is multitasking, and I love it. Steve the General Riser, the final episode of us co-hosting.
Drafting Cam Newton round one.
He absolutely is.
He's not Mac Jones. Don't worry about it.
Let's move on to some news.
I only have one Patriots player on my team, and I fucking hate having Patriots players on my team. You guys know this about me.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you have any Patriot players on your team, Steve.
It's because week 9 is bye week hell. I'm warning you all right now before we draft. Week 9 is bye week hell.
It's not looking fun for a lot of people.
I tell you.
It does not.
No, week 9.
All right, let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys decided to go with one quarterback this season. That's right, one QB. It's one QB season in Dallas. Guys, are you worried about the Dallas Cowboys in the backfield there? Kenny, I'll start with you.
Jerry Jones.
I mean, when are you ever not concerned about Dallas in football? So, I don't know. I think it's dumb. Carry a backup. Cooper Rush is better than half the team's starting quarterbacks anyways, so he should still be on the roster.
Wow.
There's a lot of bad QBs in the NFL, guys. A lot of bad ones.
I got told today by a certain somebody that Cooper Rush wasn't even the second best quarterback in Dallas. Eric, how do you feel about Will Grier not making the roster?
Fucking truth, though.
I think Will Grier is better than Cooper Rush, but I think it's weird. I don't know what's going to happen next couple of days, honestly, because one quarterback, who's going to be throwing the ball for you? I mean, other than Prescott. Unless you guys are gonna be doing a bunch of play action passes to whomever. Gallup might throw a deep or something. But it's kind of weird that you guys are having
him and his half leg ready to throw some TD passes.
That's it.
Exactly.
Just take a couple of steps. Andrew, how do you feel about the QB situation in Dallas?
I mean, I get it. I mean, Cooper Rush kind of is what it is. I mean, Will Grier he needs some time, I think, developing his game. I think he could benefit fully from going to the CFL, to be honest with you, and just getting some reps in. It just seems like no NFL team really wants a shot with Will Grier, which, I mean, too bad. But I wouldn't be surprised. I saw the Browns release Rosen. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys pick him up as just a backup to wear a jersey, to be honest. And just in case, Dak is, we know, injury prone in Dallas. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He'll sign for a league minimum and not a bad backup.
Yeah, I completely agree. Anybody have any other topics on the Dallas Cowboy quarterback situation? Getting no's across the board. Let's go to some other fantasy football breaking news. That's right. Trey Sermon released by the 49ers. Hopefully it's not breaking news for your team. You shouldn't have drafted him to begin with. But for those in dynasty leagues, what does this do for you, Kenny, on Trey Sermon being released?
Just proves that he's not good at football because he couldn't even crack their running back room last year when they had all those injuries. So I don't know. Maybe go play elsewhere, bud. Can't hack it in the NFL by the looks of it.
There you go. Luke, what do you think about Trey Sermon? Everybody was so hyped about Trey Sermon last year.
You got beat out at Oklahoma. You got beat out at Ohio State. You now get beat out at San Francisco. I don't know if it's for you, bud. I don't know, because if anything in the last 6 years has proven to me in San Francisco is they have about 4 running backs that they use per year. And apparently you can't even be top 4. So sorry, not sorry, but not surprised.
Frank Gore is making his comeback. Come on.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Be aware though, like, and I know this sounds kind of crazy, but a lot of the players that get cut today will likely go to the CFL for a couple of weeks' time, try to provide some spark for their career, and try to prove that they still have some jam. It happens a ton, you guys. Like, I mean, Trent Richardson did just try it not too long ago, a couple years back. He couldn't.
Who's that?
Right? There's a flashback for you. But I mean, it happens. I mean, these guys are free agents. They want to prove that they can still play the game. And right now, the CFL still has a few weeks left. I know that's, crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like Sermon ends up on a team out here and tries to prove his way back. The Ricky Williams situation, right? Ricky did the same thing. So we'll see. I mean, Ricky Williams was a legend. Don't get me wrong. Ricky Williams was beyond a legend, not Trey Sermon material. But he could come back that way.
I could see him also being on a practice squad somewhere too around the league. Like, and I'm going to say this team, and I think they're going to need somebody, but maybe like the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, maybe go there. I know they're in the division, but maybe on the practice squad there.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, James Conner doesn't stay healthy, so.
And then you have Eno Benjamin too, but he doesn't have the size.
That's true.
So.
Very true, very true, very true. The last headline we have before we play a game is going to be just this. Marlon Mack. And that's the headline. Guys, is Marlon Mack suit up for another team this season? Let me get the thumbs up or thumbs down. I've got thumbs up across the board. Kenny's a thumbs down. He doesn't like it. All right, let's start with a thumbs up. Luke, you said yes right away. Where do you see Marlon? I know Steve comes in with a late thumbs down. Where is Marlon Mack going to play, or why are you so confident?
Somebody's going to get hurt. Whether he ends up at the Jets, whether he ends up, I mean, I can see the Bills taking a waiver on him. I mean, at the end of the year, after 17 games, somebody's going to be hurt. And he's not a bad piece to have just to have. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up back in Indianapolis just backing up Jonathan Taylor. It really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Sure.
I completely agree. I do have him going to Seattle eventually. I think they won't be able to keep a healthy backfield. So I think that's going to be an issue there. But, there's plenty of places. Kenny and Steve, you both said no. Marlon Mack won't be playing this year. What are your thoughts on why not?
Well, why ruin your Hall of Fame eligibility?
Stop.
Fantasy Football Hall of Fame.
The Arian Foster effect.
I don't see. I mean, he just got.
Arian Foster's.
He didn't do anything last year.
Somewhere.
Got cut. Maybe he's not still the same player that like we all.
Didn't Marlon Mack get hurt like a year or two ago?
Yeah, he got.
He was having a great year,
Yeah,
which is
he
really, really unfortunate.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, maybe he's, as Steve said, maybe he's just not the same back coming back from the injury.
Same player.
Yeah, that's true.
He was due what, $8 million?
$8 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, about the payday.
But
I mean,
got beat out by Pierce. So,
but I mean, the realistic thing is right now, if you look on the waiver wires of players that are eligible to suit up for a team when a running back gets injured, you got Duke Johnson, who got released, who is a viable pass catch option out of the back, Trey Sermon, and Marlon Mack. Those are your 3 names. Now, granted, there are going to be injuries after week 1. We know that. We for sure know there's always a running back.
If he plays again, it will probably be a fill-in for an injury.
I think Marlon Mack will probably get signed to the practice squad in Carolina because God knows if Christian McCaffrey
he already
gets hurt,
signed with Houston's practice
or
squad.
Houston practice squad. I'm sorry, not Trey Sermon. Duke Johnson was who I thought was going to go there. Just kind of fits the criteria that they're looking for, right? McCaffrey can pretty much do everything, and that's what the Duke Johnson does. He's a pass-first kind of running back, right? Which is weird, but he'll probably get signed. But yeah, Marlon Mack, man, that ACL, that sucks so much, man.
There's a lot of teams that release running backs as well. Like the Lions released one today. I know Washington did. The Saints did. So like
Steelers did, Cowboys did.
There's just so many guys out there that it's like, why go get Marlon Mack when we're probably just going to bring in a guy that's going to get 4 or 5 carries, because that's the only reason you really bring him in. So I think he's done, to be honest. fantasy football legend, though.
One unreal year.
He's on my fantasy football Mount Rushmore. Don't ask who else is on there, but he's one of them.
Wow.
Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe.
Vernon Davis and Dwayne Bowe.
Devin Hester, except in
Absolutely.
leagues where it's return
return
yards.
yards.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's go to the NFC and AFC South, which is what we're focusing on tonight. We don't have a ton of time to cover it, but we are going to go right into it, into the study session for today. No Eric Sports picks doing Weddle tonight, but let's talk about Tampa Bay. We got to see Tom Brady finally in action. Did look okay, right? He himself doesn't look like 100%. But besides the fact that he had a 1980s hairdo, let's go into the actual play and the fantasy output there. The O-line looks banged up. It just keeps getting worse. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually decently ran down the field with Tom Brady. So I'll start off with you, Andrew, since you're on my screen first. What do you believe are the fantasy options in Tampa Bay, if it's not all of them, that play on that offense? And what are your concerns with them?
I mean, Lenny Fournette showed that he's a beast last year in fantasy, so obviously that's a safe pick. If you want a guy who can catch in a full PPR league, obviously you want him because he gets nothing but tutties. He's used a ton in the red zone. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see Julio Jones on the red zone. A lot of people aren't expecting. I don't expect him to be the Julio of old, but I do expect Julio to be in the 20-yard line and going to the goal line. I mean, that's where you're going to have a lot of success with a 6'5" receiver with banged up hamstrings. But again, fantasy value, Tom's your guy. I mean, he doesn't need weapons. He's proved that his entire goddamn career. He's had one or two really viable, great options with Gronk, and I would even say Edelman and Welker kind of tied there. But he's done it all, man. He's absolutely explosive, and Mike Evans flirts with being good at times, but fantasy-wise, he'll be good one week and drop off for 5 straight. So there's really no consistency with him.
What about you, Luke? I know you watched a little bit of the game or some of the highlights right before I go to Steve's second favorite team and go get his analysis on it. What do you think about Tampa Bay?
Don't talk about the Bills like that.
Sorry.
Hey, it's the Dolphins. Come on, guys.
Kenny, don't you start with me. You know it's past my bedtime.
They aged fast down there. Tristan Wirfs, possibly gonna be one of the best left tackles for a long time. He's hurt. Jensen hurt. Their new right guard they just drafted
Gone for the year.
So now you're plugging and playing. We all know Tom's success comes from the offensive line and a great running game. No offensive line, already a bad start, especially in a division where you got your shit handed to you twice by the New Orleans Saints, who have a very good defense and a great front seven. The other two teams I'm obviously not worried about with Atlanta and Carolina.
Come on.
Unless CMC is playing. I'm not worried about Baker and those guys. I'm just not with Tampa Bay. But they are one more injury away from being catastrophic. Like, they'll still make the playoffs because the NFC is bad. It is a very bad side of the NFC this year. But I can see them getting first round and absolutely bounced in the first round.
Kenny, before I go to you, I'm going to go over to Steve. Steve, you stated that that we have your second favorite team right now on the screen. So what do you think about Tampa Bay?
Well, I think Luke put it well. They aged really fast, and like it.
Highlander.
It had to come at some point. Like, I don't think they're a Super Bowl team this year. They're a playoff team. Maybe win a first round. Yeah. Look, so they're not going to be a real contender. They're a playoff team. I don't think Tom's all in. this year. I follow that man for better part of my life. I'm like 85% sure that he's only playing this year to spite the people for leaking the retirement news.
1,000%.
I'm like 85% sure of that.
I'm 1,000% on that.
Like that's like him. He's like no, I break my retirement. I do my little corny video, and
Let me go get my 10,000 jerseys.
On Instagram. Yeah,
Hey,
like
he's
dude,
a
I got a
45-year-old man.
TikTok
He's got a lot of shit going on.
at Adam Schefter and Tom Pelissero. Don't get to fucking tweet this before I fucking TikTok it. All right, I'm Tom Brady.
Not before I kiss my son out of this. All right.
Eric, what do you think?
Me and Alex Carrillo can discuss this.
Oh, we got our first mute of the night. That's mute number 1.
Got him.
Damn, Gotti.
Got him.
Got him.
Um,
What's the number at for mute? We said
We're gonna probably do it at 4. It's gonna be a longer episode.
I'm at number 2 right now. No, I think it's a bust. I think it's a bust this year. I don't think they're gonna do. I think they'll do well, right? But I don't think they'll hit the playoffs. I think it's just it's an older team. Their age. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I hope Tom Brady doesn't get hurt before the end of the year. I mean, he's not mobile, so I think it's a bust. I think it's Tom Brady's last year. I think it's Julio Jones' last year as well, and I think this team is gonna pretty much break up by the end of this year.
They're gonna be a fucking 7-9 squad again next year. Oh
We got a
boy.
Josh Elliott sighting. Josh Elliott saying poor squad this is. My man. Appreciate you.
But financially rich, bitch.
I'll take Fat Fournette. I think he's gonna be okay. This offense scares me. I am gonna say it already. I'm taking Cowboys money line week 1. You can run to the bank. Let's go.
I didn't even get to speak.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. Go ahead, Kenny. Give your 30-second take.
Well, I mean, Tom's one more facelift away from being handsome Squidward, so like
Holy
he needs to just retire already. Like, seriously, you got to be kidding me! Like that guy came back in looking just haggard, and I'm excited to watch handsome Squidward toss some TDs this year.
SpongeBob.
Because yeah, I do have them winning the division. They're going to go to the NFC Championship game and then lose.
Wow.
Holy shit. Square squid.
Yeah. It
Holy
just handed
wow.
Doodle Bob in the backfield.
That's good. Holy shit, I'm in tears.
All right, let's talk about those New Orleans Saints. Some believe them; they're the second best in the division. New Orleans Saints, Jameis Winston, the Michael Thomas seems to be back.
Looks good.
How are we feeling about the Saints? We'll start with you on this one, Kenny, since you got the short take.
The Saints are the third best team in the division this year. I don't trust Jameis long term. Thank God they dropped Ian Book because, oh my God, was that the worst game to watch last year against Miami?
Future Hall of Famer.
Oh my God.
They have Taysom Hill listed at tight end. I can't take that seriously this year either. I'm
QB2.
so sick and tired of the Saints. Like, just be bad. Like, stop trying to roll out these like gimmicky dumbass plays that they've been doing the last couple of years where like Taysom's just gonna run 50 yards. Like, okay, awesome. So I think Carolina is the second best team, and the Saints, they still might get into the playoffs because the NFC stinks, but I'm going to go with Carolina as the long shot to get in.
Gotcha. Eric, you have any faith in the Saints?
No, because Ian Book should have been the starter this year, future Hall of Famer. No, but I don't. I mean, they'll have a decent year, but I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, I think next year will be better for them. I think they just need another core receiver, in my opinion. But Thomas
Ian
is
Book
back.
looks like he had reverse LASIK.
Who?
Ian Book.
Future Hall. He's gonna replace Tom Brady.
Googly eyed bitch.
Watch him play in Tampa Bay. But no, I think they're, like to Kenny's point, I think they're third best. But I think this year is gonna be pretty bad year for them.
I actually like Chris Olave. I think that's going to be a sleeper pick for most people
Me
this
too.
year. I heard from a very reliable source. Kenny was mentioning him earlier. Just the upside that he has. I'm just kidding, Kenny. Andrew, who do you like if you had to choose a fantasy option in New Orleans to ride with for this season?
You just said him, Olave. I mean, Michael Thomas, we know is a slant man. If you want a PPR league, then he's going to get a ton of them. The biggest if with Michael Thomas is if that man stays healthy. Those ankles are brittle, so we shall see. I also like Jameis. I mean, it's crazy to think every time Jameis goes in there, he just hucks the ball, right? And in most leagues, it's a touchdown or a pick, and I know that sucks, but he gets a fucking ton of yards. So he is one of the viable options. If you're in a 2 QB league and you got him sneaking there, I wouldn't mind picking him up. He's got weapons. He's got Kamara still. Like, he's got some people he can move the ball to. So I would say he's probably one of the better viable options on that team.
Yeah, I completely agree. I see people straying away from Kamara for the possible suspension for this season.
Fuck it, let's go. I got him.
Okay, all right. So
It'll be
we're
next season anyways.
okay. So we're rolling with it.
Let's roll.
Luke, any thoughts, or Steve, on the Saints before we go on to the Carolina Panthers?
No, I think that whole division, it's going to be Tampa Bay, and then 2A, 2B, 2C. Like, it's the same. There it is. There's the F word. There it is.
Oh man, that's the perfect segue. Let's move on to the Carolina Panthers.
There's a new
My first
in my backyard that I don't recognize.
There's a what in your backyard?
There's a new noise like to go along with the crickets back here that I don't recognize. It's kind of fucking with me.
It's a fucking coyote
is
in
it?
your backyard.
Oh, is that a woodpecker?
Who's
Maybe
Pecker
it's
talking
like-
about?
Sounds
on
like
wood.
that.
Hey,
Bird of-
cancel culture.
By the way, the
fucking-
draft has started.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. Kenny, check it again. All right, so we are going to move on to Carolina Panthers. Does Baker make them better?
He almost said Peckers.
I almost did. Woodpeckers on the line.
Baker may stink, but like he's not as bad as Sam Darnold.
Thank you.
So like it is like anyone who thought that was a QB battle in camp, I don't know what to tell you. Like, no, it's Baker's team. They wouldn't have made the trade unless they believed in him. I'm still not in on him. I think he's good enough with the weapons that he had, especially adding Chenault, that they'll possibly get into the playoffs this year. So I think that's a very good defense that they have, and they're going to lean on that. And if CMC stays healthy, that's a big question mark on the CMC point.
Gotcha. We are going to go and do single takes on the next teams. I don't think there's a ton of conversation with the AFC South anyways. So let's move on. Eric, I'm going to give you the Atlanta Falcons. Are they playing for last at this point?
I think they're playing for the first pick of the draft. I mean, they don't really have any weapons. I mean, forgive me, right?
They got
Mr.
Marcus Mariota. I mean, what are
And
you talking
Mr.
They've
Pitts.
got Calvin
My
Ridley.
apologies.
Oh, wait. No.
My
Big
apologies.
year for Marcus Mariota. Can we talk about that?
Feel free. I mean,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is a huge. This is essentially the NFL tryout that Marcus Mariota has always needed. It's a bad team with nobody available, and if he makes this team at least get to 5 wins or 6 wins, this man's going to get paid.
Well, Desmond Ritter is going to replace him mid-year.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The couple.
I
Games that we
think
saw-
Atlanta can win 6 games. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think the schedule's there for them to do it. Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, Vegas has the over-under line here at 5.5. So
hitting it over.
they clearly think now. I'm not going anywhere past 6. Like, you're not going to convince me that like
6 is my
any
max.
closer to 500 is possible. But 6 isn't out of the question when you get the Saints twice, you get Carolina twice.
Stop. Get that off my screen.
You want to call the Carolina
Get that off
Panthers
the screen.
frauds?
He called the Panthers frauds, and then
And the
goes
Falcons
out
in the
and
playoffs.
says,
God, I love Josh Elliott.
Somebody give Josh Elliott the link and get him on here.
Guys, we
Somebody
didn't
get the
even
link.
talk about fantasy option in Tampa Bay, Russell Gage, who was WR4 in
draft
Atlanta last year.
All
WR4
right.
But yet it's
in
still
fucking
getting
Tampa
drafted
Bay.
in the same category as
Makes no
Julio
sense.
Jones. Please make it
Stay
make
away.
sense. I
Stay
do
away.
not understand. Do not draft Russell Gage. Draft all of the Patriots wide receivers and tight ends before you think about Russell Gage.
I take
We're-
Myers over
we're-
fucking anybody.
We're quickly moving to fire round. Here we go. Indianapolis Colts. They're the team to beat in the AFC
Yeah.
South. That's what we're deeming it
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Kenny Cotter, you got the Indianapolis Colts. Give the fantasy options and what the people want to hear.
I mean, they have the number 1 player in fantasy in Jonathan Taylor. If you don't draft him at 1, then I don't know what you're doing. Michael Pittman's a great wide receiver option. stay away from tight end for the love of God. Don't look at any other wide receivers on that team. And Matt Ryan, if you wait really late, take him as your second QB.
That rhymed. I loved
The
it.
fact that Pittman has a quarterback that can throw him the ball besides Carson goddamn Wentz is
Scary
amazing.
times.
Can't
Scary
wait.
times. All right, Luke, that takes you to the Tennessee Titans. You seem to be the guy about Tennessee.
They got old, and it's not good.
They are the Tampa Bay of the AFC.
They got old. I mean, they don't have anybody to throw to. I mean, they have Robert Woods now.
Coming off a fucking ACL repair.
Hey, Treylon Burks is nice.
Okay, I get that, but
Lots
is
of upside.
Tannehill the answer? I mean, they were seriously talking with San Francisco about getting Jimmy G.
Oh God.
To get rid of Tannehill. Like,
honestly, the rookie is the one you're drafting in Tennessee.
that's what
I mean, Malik Willis will be the starting quarterback by week 7.
He will, because he's the best option with a running quarterback with Derrick Henry. And that's if Derrick can stay healthy, because his entire right leg is robotic.
Also that, yeah.
So as much as I don't want to scrutinize a Texas A&M athlete, I understand where you guys are coming from.
Willis makes Tannehill look like he has Aaron Rodgers' accuracy throwing the ball. Like,
you're not wrong.
He is not great at throwing the football. Let's not go down that road. That, he's somehow this fantastic prospect. That's just more so an indictment on how bad Tannehill is.
So bad.
All right, let's move on to the team in the division we all love to talk about, the Houston Texans. Davis Mills season ahead. Watch out, everybody. Watch out. Here we go. Steve, you like Davis Mills?
I mean, I think he's a decent player for where they got him. Do I like him in fantasy? Absolutely no. I'm not drafting Davis Mills. Why would I draft Davis Mills?
Why would you draft any Texan that's not named Brandon Cooks and Dameon Pierce?
I was about to say, you named
I
one
would
player.
draft Davis Cordova over Davis Mills.
Wow. Shout out Davis Cordova wherever you're at.
Some pretty big thighs on that boy. He's probably punching in at least a fullback dive or two.
Chris Streveler. Let's go.
Hopefully Davis is watching. He jumps on. Let's move on. Last but not least, here comes the final team we're going to talk about. Here's the headline for the Jacksonville Jaguars: Christian Kirk on IR. And other than Travis Etienne, I really don't like any, and maybe Trevor Lawrence, I don't really like anything Jacksonville. But somebody steer us wrong. What are the other fantasy options for the Jacksonville Jaguars, if any?
The oldest wide receiver in the league, 32-year-old Marvin Jones Jr.
If you're in a league where Marvin Jones is sitting there, then you're hoping for the 1 week, the entire year, where he's going to have 2 touchdowns and 130 yards. Otherwise, he's going to consistently get 3 or 4 catches for like 30 yards. And not offense.
I'm not saying draft him as a wide receiver.
Oh, no, I know, but like
flex option.
But he's probably not even getting drafted. You can probably pick him up on waivers. Like, he's going that late in drafts right now.
Oh, I looked at it. I looked at the potential of Marvin Jones. Now that they traded Chino away, I'm like, who else is fucking Trevor Lawrence going to throw the ball to? Marvin Jones is who's out. So that means Marvin Jones Jr. is wide receiver 1 on the depth chart.
Ugh, gross.
It's gross, but it's there.
I'd rather start the Jags.
It's gross, but it's there. That is the motto for the Houston Texans this year. It's gross,
but it's there.
Well, at this point, you have heard all 8 divisions covered by ITL. This one was kind of fast today. We apologize for that late start, draft situation going on, which I'm going to fill everybody in because it's a wonderful rookie mistake for a Yahoo commish. But I want to appreciate
the ball. Like, let's just get that right off the top. Absolute dropping.
So let's talk about what happened, right? Because it doesn't happen. I have not ran a draft on Yahoo directly. Right? I usually use FanDraft. I usually use FanDraft. And
15 my time. I got to be up at 4:15.
The only other draft system I've used has been ESPN for a league that was high wage, right? So I'm going in there earlier tonight, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna see what time. And somebody messages me saying, "Yo, the draft time is set for like 8:15," and I'm like, okay. That's too late, even though that's what time we're starting now. Yeah, I'm like, that's too late. I got to get it to 7:30, but this is like 6. So it's like 5:50. So I go to change it. And it's like, you cannot change to anything outside of 2 hours. Like, it cannot be within 2 hours to use the online system. So I was like, okay, looks like we're changing the draft to 8, right? So everybody agreed we're all good to go. Then Kenny comes on this show, and Kenny's like, dude, the draft order is wrong. And I'm like, what? So I go check, and sure enough, the draft order is correct. So to start tonight's show, I'm messaging the whole group to get votes to make sure we're all good with just using the draft order that's there, which is first come, first serve. Basically, whoever signed up first for the listener league and goes through and gets their draft order. And so I think we had one person that said they'd rather draft opposite. We had 7 people that said yes to do it tonight. So votes unanimous, or not unanimous, votes majority. So we're going to do the draft tonight. And I had to pause the draft to start because I didn't get enough votes to start it. So I couldn't start the draft at 8. And so then we did a rapid fire. What a crazy! I never use Yahoo, and of course the one time I freaking use it. Go
Roger the draft
fantasy.
What's that?
And you also asked in the group chat if starting the draft at 11 o'clock, if we could do the draft at 11 o'clock my time.
I wanted to present options, Steve. It's not like I wanted to.
I wanted to present options.
That's like, okay, maybe a lot of us can, but I know at least one of us is absolutely not able to do that.
He's making his first 2 picks.
I apologize for that, plus. That was a rookie mistake. A rookie commission.
Why the hell's he pissed? He's got the second pick.
That is true. You do have the second pick. You do have the second pick. We appreciate you being an active listener of ITL. We appreciate that big time.
I don't even know what pick
Josh wants in on the draft. I'll let you know if somebody drops out, Josh. I'll let you know. Right now we have
Who's that guy? I mean, who's that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Where have you been, Josh? Where have you been? Talk to us. We have 6 minutes to the draft, so let me kind of turn on the draft order so we can talk about that. Guys, I'll keep you on until the listeners start piling into the streamer, but if they are, you're more than welcome to jump off at any time because we're going to go full draft mode here and talk about the order and who we're thinking at what spots. So we'll take a look at the draft board now, and it's going to probably yell that I'm on the clock. Yeah, it is. So the draft's paused. There's 4 minutes till the first pick. I have the first pick in the draft now. I had 4. Eric's at 4 now, which was interesting because Eric actually was telling me how he wanted 4. So I'm happy for you, Eric. Is this
collusion too?
Is this
collusion?
Does this mean auto draft here? Did we already have one?
Not get a first round pick either.
Think so.
Like, what's the deal here?
Pencil fucking.
Wow. So I think at 1, I there's no other choice here. I think it's obviously going to be Jonathan Taylor,
Christian Kirk.
right? If it's not Jonathan Taylor, like let's just play devil's advocate here. If you didn't go Jonathan Taylor, who would you guys go in at the number 1 overall pick?
Oh, Mac Jones. And let me tell you why.
And here's a guy.
Honestly, it's not even a shoe out to like maybe make Jamar Chase your number 1 pick in a full PPR league.
Whoa.
Guy gets a ton of fucking balls and a ton of yards.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely insane to draft any wide receiver number 1 overall.
These are hypothetical.
It's got to be a running back, but I just don't know where I would go.
CMC if you can stay healthy, but I'm scared of that, right? Like,
yeah, I'm a huge Austin Eckler fan. I think that would probably be up there for me.
Eckler's safe. Eckler's
yeah,
safe.
You're right.
If I really was like truly zoned in this type of league, the point system is also a little different than most. It's 6-point touchdowns all the way across, and so the point system is just a tad different. You have to be looking at it. I'm gonna let the people who are drafting take a look at it. Yeah, go look at the score. You can see it at the bottom.
Most Yahoo leagues are like that. Yeah. Ours have always been that way. If you get a touchdown,
it's normally 4.
Yeah, it's changed for this league.
Okay. No, that's fine. It's just good to know.
Yep. So I'm really excited to get this draft going. I know some are pushing in. I know my producer's in studio. I need to let her know she needs to get in. Rach, we start in 3. She's trying to get in. All right, so she's
fire up the shit.
Rachel Gonzalez, get going.
I'll be right back.
Steve is going to be back. Steve may or may not be here for the draft. It's late for him, so I completely understand it.
Have a nice poop, Steve. Make sure
don't forget, if you're barely tuning in, don't forget this is brought to you by Cricket Mobile. We are sponsored by Cricket Mobile for tonight's episode. For our co-host of Season 3, his final episode is co-host Steve, the General Reisner, who's off screen right now. But that's the big announcement, official. Starting next week, my co-host for Season 4 sits in front of his mic. That's right. Kenny Cotterell, Season 4 co-host for ITL. Kenny, take a bow.
And he's not even in the video.
Pretty fucking obvious choice, if I do say so myself.
Oh, no, sir.
On the ITL Mount Rushmore, 2-time ITL Pick'em champ,
You got to beat out Miles Blomquist.
Also won the ITL Dynasty League of 2 years ago. Just
Fuck,
dominating. the
Serena
football.
Williams
on
gets
Mount
the break in
Rushmore
the
one
third
time.
set, guys. Serena gets the break in the third set, up 2-0. All right. Josh is saying he'll take
I'm going to
Steve.
name a bunch of former BCMG members that are before you on Mount Rushmore. Ready?
0.
Here we go. Davis Cordova.
1,
Graham Simpson.
2.
Ugh.
I miss him, but where's Asian Tatum at?
Oh, he's still here, though. He's still here.
He's still
Connor
here, I guess.
Peterson,
Talking-
Graham's co-host.
Talking to Jimmy's
Miles
mom.
Blomquist.
Talking to Jimmy's mom.
Were you even around for Miles?
Yeah, of course I
Oh,
was.
okay.
Very true.
That was a fucking walking disaster. Much
That
love,
was a
Miles.
fortnight ago.
He's got that good energy, Josh.
He's got that
Good,
small
good
dick energy, baby.
Somebody has to do it.
Little
Wow.
dick energy.
You guys
It'd be,
forgot
it'd be,
Von
it'd be
Dale's
real
hill.
boring
Von
if
Dale's
everyone
hill's
was
on
just
the-
like,
on
no,
the-
you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great.
Von Dale's
Yeah.
is on the Hall of Fame.
Hey,
Who the hell
hey,
else
Ernst,
used
I
to be
didn't
part
know
of
we
Anyways,
had-
I feel like we're alluding away from. Anyways, Kenny deserves to be on the BCMG.
Kenny's now an auto draft.
Cool.
I-
I don't
Marvin
pick until
Jones
7
Jr.
now.
I don't know
For
why that's
8.
happening across the board, but we have a lot of auto drafts for tonight.
Went
Steve.
from 2 to 8.
If you don't sign in, it automatically just puts his auto draft. So yeah, that's why.
Well, guys, we have 20 seconds to the clock. I am going to probably be going Jonathan Taylor here. And then that will
Steve.
put Les
I hope
Walker
so.
on.
Just know that this year will be played under protest due to the draft order, but I'll still win.
I heard. I mean,
Oh my
I-
gosh.
I mean,
David
it's
Harris.
literally a
7,
pencil fight,
6.
so I mean,
5.
Eric, this isn't like
Alright, here we
New
go.
Year's. Like, we don't get to pop a bottle when it starts.
Fine. Fine.
All right, I'm on the clock. I don't think there's any sort of
You
With the
better
most
draft
obvious
1
pick
second
in the
on the
2022
clock,
draft of every league ever.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's off the board. It's an
Oh,
obvious pick
Ernest
here.
got the first overall pick. How
Fucking
great.
pencil
Oh
that
my
in.
gosh. Stop it. I told you guys what happened.
Pencil dick in.
Austin Eckler goes 2, man. Plus Walker with my pick.
Good
That's
pick.
good.
I like
That's
that.
good though. Frank is on the clock. Frank Labuda out of San Antonio, Texas, is going through. He goes Christian McCaffrey at 3. I think that's a great pick. I think he's the only one that really kind of moved down in the draft with the accidental draft order situation. So I appreciate
think-
Frank being a team player.
Eric, is that
Thank you very
your
much,
team?
man.
Who the fuck's Purple Pug Mafia? You might want to sign in, my
I
guy.
don't know, but I'm about to get shot right now. with
Somebody
this pick.
message our streamer that's supposed to be drafting. That
Alright.
is Coach Peanut.
Boo.
You guys
Of course,
ready for this?
Peanut.
Boo.
That son of a bitch.
Boo. Any Testerberger, boo.
You guys ready for this?
Who are you gonna go with?
Jamar
Eric,
Chase.
tell us
Jamar
who you're
Chase.
thinking. Tell us who you're thinking, Eric, first.
Derrick Henry.
No.
Cooper Cup.
I mean, Eric,
Derrick
can you
Henry.
pick a whiter name? Eric's winning team.
Derrick Henry. So 4 running backs off the board, as it probably should
What-
be.
Oh,
what's his
yeah, I
name
was
there?
right.
I'll change it once I wrap up. I need a good name. I need
Eric,
a
what's
good
your
name.
team name? Is it Eric's team?
It's Eric's
Eric's
winning team.
Holy
Eric
fuck,
winning
buddy.
team. He's calling his shot right there. He's
I
calling
kind
his
of
shot.
forgot that we were drafting, so I have not changed my name.
Jay Tanamachi
Kenneth-
from
Kenneth's team?
Harlingen, Texas, taking the
Kenneth's
5th,
dazzling
sixth pick
squad,
right now.
probably.
Coach Peanut's team
Something real
auto drafts
dumb.
Justin Jefferson. I'm pretty sure that was an auto draft pick, but I could
It
be
was.
wrong because he
It's not a bad
technically
pick,
was-
though.
He technically was 5th
I don't
on the
know.
list.
He got the
underneath
offensive player of the year.
Yeah, tough.
Cooper Cup goes to Coach T down in Harlingen, Texas. Huge shout out in support of the show. He actually donated to the Hoopathon, so appreciate you, Coach. And that puts the general himself, season 3 co-host, on the
Mac
clock.
Jones. Mac
Mac
Jones.
Jones.
You don't have
Looking-
to
Mac
draft Devontae
Jones.
Parker for a couple rounds.
Who's first in the AFC East that's going off the board to Steve?
Devontae Parker.
Dude, why do I get why do I have to get trolled about the Patriots
Jacoby
right
Myers.
now? Like,
Fine, I'm sorry.
Jacoby.
actually,
Jacoby
Jacoby Myers,
Brissett.
after him like late in the draft. He's my only Patriots player. He's my 4th wide receiver. He's a flex
Honestly,
player,
most-
backup
In
flex.
most defense leagues, like 4 years ago, I took all the Patriots
good
because
pick,
they're
Kenny.
fucking
Steve
unreal.
goes Dalvin
Thanks,
Cook
Luke.
at running back at
I
7.
just needed the
Najee Harris
Lucardo
goes 8.
guarantee.
Dan goes.
I mean, he's going to get
Jamar
300
Chase,
carries
Rachel
this year.
Put
so-
on the clock here.
They're going to run him into the ground.
That's what I said. They're going to give him 300 carries. And
Rachel's
catches, so,
team
dude.
goes with
I
Stephon
took Najee in
Diggs
every league.
Whoa.
at 10th.
Interesting.
And I'm hearing Rachel and Lando talking in the other room, so I know they're drafting.
Najee Harris is going to retire by the time he's
Steph-
20 fucking 8.
Stephon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb as
5
the
years, bud.
pairing at wide receiver now for Rachel's team, and she's going to go full wide out in her first 2 picks.
CD's nuts, huh?
That's a bold strategy.
I love that name. I might steal that. Alvin Kamara, running back, goes to Kenny. Kenny now with the tandem. Who do you have,
Najee
Kenny?
Kamara.
Aaron Jones.
Hey,
Wow.
I like that.
Najee Kamara, what's he like?
Did you go with Ken? Did you pick Aaron Jones?
No.
No, that's Steve.
No.
Steve goes Aaron Jones.
Whoa.
Ken, who did
I don't
you
want
pick?
Green
It's
Bay's
so hard to
second running
see on
back.
the fucking screen. It's Ant.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
No, I will say I drafted AJ Dillon in other leagues, so that's more
Hello,
so just me being
Chase,
hopeful.
Sea Razor
There we
Gaming
go.
from the BCMG stream team popping in. What's going on? Have you done your draft yet, Chase?
He just picked up Kelsey.
He just picked up Travis
It
Kelsey.
looks like Coach T goes Travis Kelsey with the 15th pick,
Devontae.
and Adams goes to Coach
How
Pina.
the
who
fuck do we live in a
absolutely
world
love
where Devontae Adams just went 16th overall?
I don't know.
A, it's a
Because he's
10-team
got
league.
but-
Derek Carr throwing to him.
Derrick
But-
Henry beat him. Guy's got one leg.
They'd be better having David Carr throw to him.
Eric
There
goes
it
to
is.
DeAndre
David.
Swift.
Shout out Texans legend.
That's all we're doing here, shouting out Texans legends because it's a short list.
him
David
and Braun.
Carr.
Did I miss the David Carr reference? Damn it!
David Garcia on the Mount Rushmore. He is the
Ah.
Mount Rushmore.
It's David Carr, JJ Watt, and name 2 players on the current roster because we will not be putting
Kenny, how
Deshaun
did you
Watson
forget-
on
Oh.
the
Kenny,
Rushmore.
Kenny, how could you possibly forget?
Mark
Braun
Andrews
Osweiler?
goes. Mark Andrews
Oh,
goes
I
inside
forgot.
end.
He's up there.
Arian Foster for sure.
Arian Foster,
Arian Foster
with
for
2
sure.
rubber band.
And Andre
hamstrings.
Johnson.
Yeah, I'll throw Andre on there.
We're doing Texans.
Saquon Barkley goes in at 211.
I mean,
and at
even-
212, I'm staring at a list of players I never prepped to be looking at. So.
If
Even
we're
Matt
talking about a
Schaub.
Patriots Mount Rushmore, it's Tom Brady and 3 of the bums that he made Hall of Famers.
Gronk.
I'm kidding. I love Gronk. I like Welker.
I
but
like a bunch of Patriots.
How about Welker, though? We need to talk
It's just
about
fun to hate greatness.
It's true.
Did you see that?
Well, dude,
about
Welker gets underrated all
Mhm.
time. People are really forgetting how good of a player he was. Not just what he
didn't baffle
that
kid's life, man. Fuck.
Right.
He's been good.
I definitely want to go running back here, so I'm going to go Nick Chubb over Leonard Fournette. And it
Well, you
was-
don't want to go to the NFC Championship game? Oh, wait, that doesn't matter in fantasy.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a fucking all.
Cheeseburger.
And now I'm looking at probably most receivers going off the board. I kind of want to go receiver. Andrew, am I
Debo.
crazy for thinking Debo here?
Nah, I'm just gonna say Debo's there. Take him.
I mean, Debo over Javante Williams?
Fact.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All this
Watch
shows
it.
me is that Ernest is going to get trade raped this year because he relies on other people's advice for picks.
That's absolutely true. So everybody who's watching, don't go with my picks.
He's a monster.
Debo's the right pick here. I'm going Debo here. Of course, week 9 is going to be somebody's bye week against me, so you're welcome.
All right. Come
4
on.
straight round or bye week 9 picks.
Goes right back to
Hey,
Borak.
Ernest, let's make sure that schedule's randomized, okay?
Ernest,
I'll,
do you
I'll wait till the
you
hour before.
picked Chubb, right, Ernest?
I did what now?
You drafted Nick Chubb, right?
I did.
Okay, so Nick Chubb and Debo Samuel are both week 9 bye week.
Yeah, no, I just said that.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I said somebody's going to have a bye week 9 because they're not going to place me.
That's both my running backs. My other league are week 9.
Hate
Josh
that.
Allen.
Fucking
Josh Allen gone early. Frank Bold. I like that, Frank.
It
I
makes
like
sense
that.
with
Appreciate
6
you being-
points for a touchdown.
I mean,
Michael
yeah,
Pittman-
honestly.
Michael Pittman went to
I was
Borak,
going to take
Les
Allen
Walker.
on my pick, so.
Eric goes Fat Fournette. Eric, I like it. That's bold, man.
Fat Fournette, hey?
Take it.
Hey, he's fluffy. Leave him
Mike
alone.
Evans goes to Coach Peanut from the stream team. Appreciate the support,
Hey,
Coach.
go-
I know you're dealing with
Is
stuff.
coach auto drafting right now?
I was about
He
to say
is.
He's got
wide
3 of the top 10 best receivers in the league because they've all been auto drafted.
Javante Williams goes. That's so funny.
Dude's got
Javonte
Justin
Williams
Jefferson,
goes-
Devontae Adams, and fucking.
Hey, he's gonna
Mike
trot. He's
Evans.
gonna go out there and trot out Marlon Mack. You don't even have a team.
He's got no running
gotta-
backs left.
He's got Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, and Mike Evans. Yeah. He's pushing there.
Thank God they carry the ball.
I mean, we laugh, but that's a hell of a wide receiver core.
That's true. The PPR
He's gonna be
league,
making a
that's
few
not
trades.
bad.
Yeah, and
That's
then you're
not
gonna
bad.
have Tyrod Taylor throwing him the ball.
Tyreek Hill goes off the board after coach sees Devontae Williams. That was done by the general himself. DJ Moore by Kenny and T Higgins by Dan's team. Londo and Rachel go with AJ Brown from the fan cave over there in the Rockets
Am I
fan
the
cave
only one
outside.
who's like not super sure about T Higgins this year?
Well, he's getting overdrafted by a round and a half. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's up there. I haven't taken T Higgins in any leagues. James Conner now, first running back there for Rachel.
I have T Higgins as an 11th round keeper, and that's about the only place I'm going to draft him this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Dan goes Keenan Allen. I gotta take a look at Dan's team.
Damn, there goes Tyler
actually-
Boyd's life, eh? Just being on the Bengals.
Jamar Chase. He got the bank. He must love the Bengals. T Higgins, Joe
That's what I
Mixon.
feel like.
Yo, this guy's gonna fucking
week.
hate when Cincinnati.
Oh
got-
my gosh!
5 weeks.
Wow, that's some Cincy love right there. And then Keenan Allen down the bottom.
That bye week's gonna be bad.
Wow,
Week 10, whoever's playing him wins.
Yeah.
setting up that schedule right there.
Hit the
It's
waiver
the fault
wire.
of no available options.
Yeah.
Kenny looking at Zeke right now. Kenny, is Zeke your option here?
I already scrolled past Zeke.
Oh, okay.
Yo, in my
Is
other
everybody
league,
giving up on Zeke now?
No,
No, I haven't. Not at all.
I
Oh.
haven't.
I got something funny.
Whoa.
Travis Etienne.
In the
And
in the
Terry McLaurin.
league that I just drafted.
I
Andrew,
couldn't draft
before this,
Terry with Wentz.
That's fair.
I couldn't do it. Like, I love Terry McLaurin, and he's in our own
why?
division. But
Every
like,
year
T
man,
from Harlingen goes Zeke there. T loves the Zeke right there. I like that, T. I hope he works out for you.
Yeah, I'm at
I
35.
don't.
That's pretty
Screw
sick.
your team.
Kyle Pitts goes high, so Coach Peanut going Kyle
Get
Pitts
the
high
tight
up
end.
there.
So his running back one is going to be CEH and Miles Sanders.
Or Chase Edmonds,
Who are we talking about? Which team? Which team?
Coach Peanut.
his auto draft team.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he's got
I mean,
no
his team
running
looks
back.
fucking money right now, to be honest.
He's doing everything we're not.
The issue, though, is in a 10-team league, a lot of teams look really good at the end.
Mike Williams goes to Eric there.
Also not set on Mike Williams this year.
I actually am high on Mike Williams, so I think that 9th pick in the 4th is not bad.
Boomer bust wide receiver. That's all I know.
Eli Mitchell goes to Frank's team. Cortland Sutton, Chris,
Whoa, that's pretty
plus
high.
Walker in the comments, took my goddamn
That's
pick.
about right with Russ, though.
I guess dangerous, yeah.
Oh, Chase, we got to get you in a league, Chase. Next year, you're going to do an ITL league. for
Oh
sure.
shit! Oh shit! Coach joined the fucking draft.
There we go. Coach is in.
Hey,
Let me
Coach-
see how that changes. I'm
All
on
right,
the clock
now,
here.
Ernest, go running back. So you just sewer Coach Peanut.
Absolute fuck him.
I might
do
do
it.
that.
Brees Hall and AJ Dillon. See ya.
And then Chase Edmonds is his running back one.
Let me
Which-
see.
Not awful.
Oh, that's not a good running back one. Let's not dress it up.
Not a good
You
running
can
back
put
one.
lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
In fact, not a great.
I
not a
think
great
I'm
RB1.
going to go here with it.
It's a pick.
Kyle Pitts is getting traded sometime for an RB. Just be ready.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa,
Had to do it.
that
It's
high.
gonna be great when he gets 8 carries because they're down 42-0 in the third quarter.
And a fucking
It's
ruptured
true.
ACL by week
It's
4
absolutely true.
And Damian Pierce scores down
for the
42 to
last time in his
7.
career.
For the last
As
time
a
in his
Texan,
career.
as a
The
Texan.
Texans lead 7-0, and Damian Pierce appears to have an Achilles injury. That is the
Wow.
Texans season, ladies and
Looked like he's
gentlemen.
being carted off
Week
by
2.
Davis Mills'
Wow.
long fucking neck.
Yeah, him and the Ravens mascot getting carted off together.
They're actually using David Smill's neck as the stretcher in order to take him off the field.
Wow.
Fuck that
Oh.
boy's got a giraffe neck, eh?
That's terrible.
Jesus.
Oh, that's why they're signing Mike Glennon. They're going to cut back on the medical budget.
The longest neck quarterback.
I just want to see them giraffe fight.
I went
see them
double
giraffe-
Dude,
rook.
ball down, long
I
neck,
did
dude.
it.
Wait,
You
who
over
did you
the
draft?
scrimmage guy.
No,
I
you
went Pearson.
There goes
Brees.
Herbert.
I
There
did
he
it.
goes.
I did it.
He did
I
it.
thought about
Back
doing.
to
I
back.
thought about
Way to
doing that,
go,
Chris. I
Ernest.
thought about going Herbert, but I said nah.
I
Huh?
love the toxic atmosphere. I love it.
That's terrible.
Who's
Welcome to
being
ITL.
toxic, Luke?
Oh,
big
my
energy.
team's garbage.
It's great. Fantasy football leagues are supposed to be toxic.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean,
Can we
that's
get
why we
Dan's
do it,
I
right?
can't
For
see
those of
Eric.
you who are watching
We
this,
do it to
this
be
is basically
super
what
toxic to our friends, but then say, just kidding, like it's all okay.
Or
Yeah,
Can't
like
see
or
Eric.
it's
Get
an
Dan off the
excuse to like
screen.
tell your friends how much you don't like them.
Why do you guys
And
think we did like
DK
6
Metcalf
weeks?
goes
'Cause
on.
I'm
bunch of
DK
funny
Metcalf
on
is on.
are you serious?
For those
DK?
of you joining us on ITL tonight, this is what every fucking draft looks like for all you girls who might be watching it. This is literally
Can
us,
someone
except
explain to me why Allen Robinson is going ahead of Deontay Johnson?
I can tell you why.
because Deontay's hurt.
Yeah,
Mitch?
and Matt.
Okay,
and
why
it's
is he
Matt
ahead of
Stafford.
Jalen Waddle?
It's because
Jalen Waddle
Jalen's
has
hurt too.
Tyreek Hill now.
And is
And
he
Allen
getting
Robinson-
every target?
Isn't
Allen
Jalen hurt
Robinson,
as well?
Not
Yeah,
that bad of
Jalen's
a
hurt.
wide receiver.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of injuries right now.
We drafted him in the 3rd round last year.
Really?
Allen Robinson?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
he was everybody's pick. I
Oi.
he's a pretty scouted wide receiver last year, and then he didn't have a quarterback who could throw him a fucking ball.
Steve,
So.
hurry up.
After DK Metcalf, Allen Robinson goes off the board. Then A.J. Dillon by Coach takes his first running back. Lamar Jackson, quarterback now by Coach T. And Steve takes Chase Edmonds, the guy I was circling around. And George Kittle to Kenny. Kenny's going with the Kittle.
I believe in Kittle still. I took him.
Dan's team
Well,
auto
I'm
drafting
getting
gets
I'm
Deontay
getting a
Johnson.
good tight end in a 10-team league.
It's true.
Looks
That
like
matters.
Rachel and Londo from the fan cave are on the board. And they're going to go with Jalen Waddle. So they're going to take Jalen Waddle over there. Wouldn't be surprised if they go receiver again.
I mean, I'm seeing tight ends drop off the board, and there's one name that's still there.
Don't say it.
Oh.
There he went.
Yep, there he goes.
Damn it.
Waller goes. That's not the tight end I think everybody's targeting in this round, but we'll see what happens. Whoever still needs one. Serena is just making mincemeat out of this number 2 seed. It is 4-1 in the 3rd set. There goes J.K. Dobbins. There goes Patrick Mahomes.
Sign me up for Patty Mahomes.
Let's take a look at Kenny's team before we move from that. Kenny going with Patrick Mahomes, DJ Moore, receiver, Najee Harris, Alvin Kamara, George Kittle, and Travis Etienne. I love your team, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good for second.
But I wouldn't go out and draft Mahomes in a 4-point touchdown league. But because of the extra points, like that's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
difference.
I can't see Eric. Can we get Dan off the screen?
It's okay. Don't worry.
Cam Akers goes at 56. Gabe Davis 55. Joe Burrow finally off the board there. I thought for sure Dan's team was
I
going to
can
get
see
Joe Burrow.
Marlon Mack going there.
All right, you guys are gonna hate me for this.
Eric's saying he's going to shock the world right now.
I think Kenny's gonna shoot me real quick,
Hmm.
but I have tremendous upside on this guy.
Oh boy.
I think I
Dude, if
know.
Kenny can shoot you all
Jerry
the way
Judy
from
goes.
the hell of a shot.
Frank takes Buffalo's defense.
Wait, what?
That's high,
What?
Frank. I'm going to go check your
What?
team real quick. Buffalo's
What?
defense is up. He's got a quarterback. He's got tight end. He's taking the best
And he's
defense.
drafting like that wasn't autoed?
He is drafting. He is drafting.
A defense?
Oh,
Now?
Brandon Cooks go 59th. That puts me back on the clock, and I'm going to take my time with this pick.
And Ross St.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Really drag out the stream for Steve. It's not like he has to go to bed.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Josh Jacobs.
Don't worry, I'm looking out for you, Steve.
Yeah. It's weird when Kenny ends up being the one looking out for me.
That is a strange situation. That is a
Yeah,
strange
what's
situation.
going?
It's just
What's
that
going on?
energy that I'm bringing tonight.
No, you know what?
Not
Go.
going to say what kind. I'm just bringing energy.
Dear God.
Oh, my gosh.
It's
Welcome
like
back, Andrew.
Oh, it's serenity now.
I am going to
I
go.
was that it just proves that football season is the most wonderful time of the year because even me and Kenny are being nice to each other.
I'm going to go Rashad Bateman with my pick.
Boo.
I think that's the
Sure,
pick
Dennis,
right
you
there.
stink at this.
Boo.
I am
Who?
terrible at this.
Well, you have Jonathan Taylor, so you're going to be fine, but
I'll at least make the playoffs.
playoff.
you're going to
Playoff.
ride Jonathan
Remove
Taylor
what?
over Mia Malkova.
Do most teams have a quarterback picked already? I disappeared for about 2 minutes there.
I don't have one.
I mean, there's a guy that has a couple of weapons this year that's just kind of sitting that I've noticed too. So I don't know.
I
Are you
draft.
talking about Mahomes and Juju Smith-Schuster?
Well,
Yeah.
Juju I like. I don't hate him as a flex option, but
Well, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm shook.
Josh
Here we
Jacob.
It's
I
not
don't
good
know
that
what
you
I
don't know what you're doing in round 7.
Yeah, I don't know at this point.
You are not at the halfway point yet.
That is bad. That's bad news for me.
4 seconds. 4 seconds. 4 seconds.
Just pick
4
Juju
seconds.
already.
Aw.
I go Amon Ra. Oh no, I go Dalton Schultz. I got auto drafted.
I have never fucking seen that in my life.
I really wanted Dalton Schultz, but I did
I
not
know.
want
I
to make
saw
a
you
pick.
over Juju,
wanted
and
it
then you
so-
auto.
You
I
auto
wanted
draft.
Dalton Schultz so bad, but I didn't want to be
Damn, they
criticized
got
for
your
it.
pick.
What are we doing here, kicker?
Oh, man, we got a kicker going.
Did
Justin,
fucking
oh,
Tucker just
my
go before
kicker's
fucking
gone.
That's
Frank?
Bill's
Hurts even?
defense, Justin Tucker,
Frank,
back to back.
Man, kicker. My kicker's gone this early.
What in the banana?
Hey,
I play him
he
every
wants to
week.
fill up positions.
I like that approach though. I'm gonna look at Frank's team right now. He's got his guys. I mean,
He's filling out all his positions, I guess.
he needs.
What,
he
you
needs
got
his-
Drew Lock throwing to DK Metcalf? Thank God.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh no, Geno Smith. My bad.
Oh no, Damian Harris.
Yeah,
He knows
that's
the man.
Starter in Seattle, right?
Uh-huh.
4-win Seattle.
Yeah.
With Drew Law coming in week 2 because Geno Smith's absolute garbage. Fuck, are they going to be a
Steve,
dumpster fire this year?
Ramondre Stevenson's right there.
There's
He's not
so
lying,
Many good,
Steve.
there's so many
He
good
actually is.
options
That
available.
wasn't me. Well, it was
you
me
go.
being a dick.
I
But
like
like
that.
it,
I
he
like
was
Juju.
there.
Juju's a good pick.
I got 3 running backs already.
I got 4.
Sign me up, baby.
I'm not mad at my team.
Sign me up. Sign me up, baby.
Check out my team.
Okay, I'll go look at your team, Eric. Let's look at Eric's team right now.
Ah,
As Adam
Eric's
Thielen
winning
off the board.
team.
I mean, what a shitty hand Adam Thielen's been dealt. Like an absolute stud of wide receiver, a couple shitty injuries, and they draft Justin Jefferson. Now he's so irrelevant in that offense.
Josh Jacobs goes to Rachel.
he caught
Kyler
10
Murray
touchdowns
went to
last
Dan.
year.
Huh?
He caught 10 touchdowns.
Rachel's on the
last year.
board again.
In fantasy, that's great.
Yeah.
For
Oh yeah.
Minnesota,
But overall, I know it's
Rachel
like,
goes
hey, I'm gonna
Tom
give
Brady.
Jefferson
She
all the
gets
targets.
Tom Brady
Wow.
as her quarterback. Eric's team, Williams Robinson. I like the duo there. Henry Swift, like that duo as well. I don't know about Henry though. Fournette,
I don't mind
Judy,
Fournette and
and
Judy as a
Montgomery.
flex, though.
What's
like-
wrong with
I
Scott Fournette?
I'm saying I like them as
Oh, okay.
that flex spot. Jerry Judy fits perfectly on that roster. I mean, him and Cortland Sutton are going to get a ton of balls because Dangerous just likes to fucking cook, man. So,
Yep.
Agree.
And especially with that, what is it? The elevation out there, you throw a ball
fact,
out there.
and we just talked about Leonard Fournette being literally one of 2 options for fantasy when it comes to Tampa Bay. So.
So true right now.
I got 1 or 2.
There's 4 of them.
There goes CEH. Dallas Goddard went to Dan's team. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire goes to Kenny. And
that's
Cole
a reach,
Kmet to Steve. I like
Fuck.
the upside there, Steve.
Justin Fields, find him a ton this year.
Hall of Famer.
could-
Counted.
In 2 leagues.
No,
I
I
can't
like the
keep
pick.
in fantasy because Dallas Goddard fucking killed me that
I
one
mean, you should
time.
have picked
So now-
Pat Firemuth.
I mean, I know that Tony Pollard had like a decent backup role, but 198 fan points seems pretty fucking high for a guy who gets 20 snaps a
He
game.
saved my life last year.
Like in real life.
In real
Yeah.
life?
Yeah.
Shout out Tony Pollard for saving my boy's life.
Shout out Tony Pollard.
Yeah. Shout out Tony Pollard.
Man,
We got
not
a
enough good things are said about Tony Pollard.
If we could get a couple jerseys signed to ITL from Tony Pollard for saving this man's life, none of us would complain.
Except
Yeah.
can we not have them be Tony Pollard jerseys? Can he bring CeeDee Lamb jerseys?
Yeah, can they be 88?
just 88 jerseys.
Oh, do you want me to bring like number 20? No, like 88.
No. Yeah. Some four, some 88.
88.
Probably
Doesn't
mix
have
it
to
up.
be CeeDee Lamb. Make it Des Bryant. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Any 88 sounds pretty good to me.
Marquise
You got
Brown goes
Michael
to
Evans?
Antonio Gibson by Coach Peanut.
Now-
That
now,
gets us to Eric.
Ernest, I'll make a bet with you
All right.
because we know some cheap jersey sites, right? So
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it, Eric.
if
I
Cavante
was going to
Turpin,
get Hawkinson. I just didn't want to because I have Swift.
Knox, Michael Thomas, and Hawk go off the board there.
here's the bet: if Cavante Turpin returns a touchdown by week 3, I want you to buy me a jersey. I will rock a Cavante
All right.
Turpin jersey.
Okay. You
Oh,
got it.
God.
Done it 3 times in the preseason so far.
God.
They still do kickoffs, huh?
Hey, Ernest, hurry up.
Wait till you come to the CFL, brother.
Yeah, don't
That
don't-
shit's every
I
fucking
knew you were
round.
going to go there.
Wow.
Taking my guy.
I hate you. I was gonna get him
6
next.
weeks. He's out 6 weeks, right? That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Nice pick at 80.
Is that sarcasm?
It's
No,
just going to
put him on your
suck when you
fucking
start
bench and
1 and
go
5 and you're
7.
out of it. But yeah, good
Shut
pick.
up.
Yeah. If you go 1 and 4, then I don't know.
We'll play by ear.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go receiver here, but my guy, I
Hey, you
really
got-
want to go
you got
dissect the other
26
quarterback.
seconds left, bud. Let's
Oh,
not do this
shut
again.
Yeah. You're gonna get fucking Geno Smith.
Or Ian Buck. I mean, be
Welcome to the
careful.
team. And shout out to those guys. They're still pros. They're fucking.
I mean, I'm
still
sure
in the
Jeff
NFL.
Reed's out there somewhere pissing in parking lots. You could go.
Oh,
I mean,
Geno Smith doesn't get a
Oh, yeah,
shout out.
there
The
you
guy's a
go.
millionaire.
Thank
He
you.
doesn't need a shout out from me in Regina, Saskatchewan. He's going to be just fine without it.
I like the pick. Chris Godwin right after me.
Kenny.
like we have to give these guys shout outs like they give a shit what we
Well,
think
fuck,
on
I'm
our
just giving
ITL
some
live
love, bro.
draft.
Do you think, even though the fucking Drew Lock
Geno
or Geno
Smith
Smith starting in Seattle, they
cares
think
a
they
lot
give
what we
fuck about
think.
those two?
And we're going to give him the respect that he deserves on our shows. Okay, Kenny?
Shout out
Yeah,
Cody Fajardo
Kenny.
for being super average.
I 100% gave
Wow.
him no shout out on my Seahawks preview, and I don't feel bad about it.
As
Who to
the
be
owner,
worried about the
And nor
Seahawks
should
this year?
I. He's got a great
And you know what?
life.
Geno Smith.
I have a life. Like, it's fine.
I know that I know that DK re-upped for 5 years, but if they're fucking like 1 and 5 to start the year, does he ask for a release or a trade?
Who?
DK,
No.
no.
I
That's a
bet
pretty-
you he sits. I bet you he sits in 2023.
He's got a pretty team-friendly deal, though. That's a pretty nice little cap hit for him, man. Honestly, for a player of his stature. I mean, I think it's like 17 million. He's getting paid less than Christian Kirk, man.
Well, yeah,
Oh, that's a great pick, Steve.
but like if the measuring stick is Christian Kirk and like making a contract matter, like maybe
Russell
not.
Wilson, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Hunter Renfro off the board.
I
And
like
now
the
that
Hunter
weed's
Renfro
legalized in the
Steve. I like
NFL,
it.
by week 6, if we're down some receivers, does Josh Gordon get a call?
Who?
Josh Gordon's visited
Oh.
with Tennessee.
Josh Gordon.
He's what?
Josh Gordon visited with Tennessee.
Serena Williams up 5-2 in the third
I
set
don't
for
like.
those
I don't
tennis
hate
fans.
that. They don't have any fucking buddy else. So.
Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
The 88th pick. Good job, Kenny.
Oh, he's in Arizona now, huh?
Who?
Or is that Atlanta? I can't.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
That's
Oh, okay.
Atlanta.
Nice job, Luke. Nice
I
job.
hope for the love of God that he's not in Arizona,
I'm
because then he's on a
I'm-
team that actually matters, and that's a
I'm
problem.
squinting
Fucking
with
eagle.
all of my might.
I mean, I don't hate that pick, Kenny, at 88.
You like your team?
Yep. Oh, I have 5 starting running backs. I'm set.
Yeah, I mean, if
Goes
this
down,
was
you're
like
good.
NCAA like 2010, it'd be like, man, Mariota.
Tony
and
Pollard off the board. Good shot. Dan
Yeah,
is
Mariota.
officially in the room.
Hey,
Thank you, Tony Pollard.
How the
Rage
fuck
on the
is
clock.
Josh
Rage
Jacobs
is
still
taking.
there?
I feel like
San
out of
Francisco
principle, I
defense.
should be the one to draft Christian
San
Kirk and
Francisco
sit his
defense.
ass every single week.
Rage back
Oh,
on the clock with her
The
next pick.
projections, though. Look
And
at
then-
that.
Like
Hunter cut
don't
his
don't
ass.
even drop him. Just sit him.
Evan McPherson going kicker with Cincinnati.
What are we doing here?
What the
Kickers?
fuck is happening?
I'm telling you, filling up the team now with the top end players. I guess that's the
Hey,
strategy.
hey,
I'm gonna go look at Rachel's team right
hey.
now.
Kickers need love too, guys.
I
There's
mean,
some Las
People
Vegas
too,
love
but
here.
that
There's some
doesn't
Las
mean that
Vegas
they're
love
good
here.
people.
I do like the Waller pick. I like Brady
Wow.
Big,
Great
Slam, or Lethal.
Bet on kicker unders.
I'm really not set on AJ Brown. Am I
haven't
the
got a
only
kicker
one who
under
looked
a
at him
while.
this year?
Oh,
and was
No,
like,
I'm not
"Meh."
set on him. I think
I'm
Devontae
not.
Smith
I'm
is the
seriously
guy
getting
there.
Darnell Mooney in the 10th. Like I know Chicago sucks, but like,
Justin Fields gonna throw him the ball.
No, I
down
like
next
that.
man
Trey
every
Lance is a good
day.
pick too. Dan looks like Darnell Mooney to Kenny. Kenny, I like that was gonna be my next pick if he fell. So good job.
Good pick.
well,
man. I
his
like that.
projection was 72, and I got him at 102, so I'm pretty
I
happy
like
about
it.
it.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, Chicago could suck all they want as long as Fields and Mooney put up numbers this year. And make it
Also, if you
exciting.
guys want to
Miles
sneaky,
Sanders.
if you guys want a sneaky bet, go bet the Bears to be the worst team in the league at 10-1 odds.
Wow.
Thank you for that insight, gambling.
Rashad
man.
Penny going to Coach T there at 95th. Devontae
Devontae
Smith. That's
Smith.
the number one there, I think, in
If
Philly.
you look at that division,
beat
they may
me.
be lucky to win 2 games, and then the rest of the way win like one other one.
All right.
Like,
I
do you
don't
think Smith makes a big progression this year?
No.
Like Devontae with Jalen Hurts?
Well, Devontae got traded today. Didn't he? Or was that Rieger that got traded?
Jalen Rieger.
Rieger.
Jalen Rieger got
Got
traded to
traded.
Minnesota.
I always
Brandon, how do
mix
you
up
feel? Is that
mediocre
the
Eagles
Aaron-
receivers.
Aaron Rodgers getting picked up by Frank's team.
What
and
did you
Kareem
say?
Hunt. I said that was a good pick.
How shitty do you feel if you're Jalen Rieger getting traded to the Minnesota Vikings when that team fucking laughed at you getting drafted before
Yeah,
Devontae
that was
Smith?
a big thing. Yeah.
Eat shit. They were laughing at him the whole time in the control room, and now he's on the team. He's probably like, "Nah, fuck, I gotta learn how to catch footballs." Poor
Yeah,
Jalen.
well,
Rieger,
Mike
man.
Zimmer's bagging groceries somewhere, so
Ah.
let's just.
I think I'm
Old
going to go.
shifty eye
I think
Zimmer
with this pick, I'm going to go starting running back and go with the back-to-back picks. Probably a flyer with Alan Lazard. I think that's the pick.
The
Damn.
goat.
Just make the pick then.
Take it, Kenny. We're still on the show, Kenny. Golly,
Yeah, but we also have Steve trying to go to bed.
Alan
Not
Lazard
get
here.
selfish here.
Steve's
I like
106 years old,
the
okay?
cross co-host love. I actually enjoy that, but we're gonna continue to analyze as we're going through this.
We're
Appreciate you.
gonna
Shout out.
continue.
False co-host love.
I appreciate you, Steve. for
If you
being on
hate
here.
yourself, go draft a Bills running back.
Too
I-
nice
I-
to you, but
Zach
it's very
Long.
I don't want to put myself through that, so I'm trying not to.
Yeah, you should probably draft a backup then.
Draft Devin Singletary because that'll win you your fucking league.
How about a kicker?
Kirk
Or
Cousins,
hey, you
he's
could go with
painfully
Steve's
average.
cousin, Mike Davis.
I think I'm gonna go with my guy that we mentioned here. I think I'm gonna go
Fucking Mike
Chris Olave with this pick.
I love it. The two biggest shit talkers in this group right now aren't even in this fucking draft.
No shit. No shit. That's the absolute fucking truth.
Oh fuck!
Drake London goes to Ples Walker. Chris Borak gonna be part of the show next season.
Man,
Excited.
Just draft Kirk and put him on your fucking bench for the full year.
I need to leave Kirk for Ernest's team because then he fits in
not
with
taking-
all the other painfully average players that Ernest drafted.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow. Shot across the bay.
Gotta look at Kenny's sorry ass team real quick. Hold on.
You
Goddamn,
literally
dude.
said how much you liked my team like 2
He's got a lethal team, man. Look at that fucking.
Yeah, your team's trash, Kenny. I don't even need to analyze it. We'll see if you win a game this year. Serena Williams wins in 3 sets for all you watching. Beats the number 2 seed overall. Remember, this is her last
Congrats,
tournament.
Serena.
I'm not watching because I'm a part of this league that's not playing for any money.
Joking.
Yeah, that is true. That is
Joking
true.
aside, and all our fun that we're having here,
Just tons of prizes.
I do
Zach
want to give.
Ertz, Tyler Lockett off the board. Go ahead.
I do
Andrew.
want to give Serena Williams some love, man. What a fucking incredible career, dude. Like, just a super all-star no matter what she did. Had a movie about her, comes up, beats the 2nd seed today. Like, hell of a year for Serena Williams.
What was
She's
the
at
set?
least a
What-
top 2 Williams sister all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At least top 2.
I'd agree.
Absolutely.
What was the sets, Ernest?
So stupid, man. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What was the sets, Ernest?
This is why this show doesn't go past 8:30 because it just gets very stupid at that point.
I'm not even having a drink. I'm just having spits.
Oh my gosh.
30 at 9:45.
Tampa Bay defense goes off the clock. Off the
You
board.
guys-
Devin Singletary's
You guys,
gone.
he's still there.
Pat Fryermuth is
Who the
off
fuck
board.
just took Devin Singletary?
I don't even care if this screws up my draft.
Yeah.
Yeah! Kirk goes to
go.
Kenny's team.
I'm going to sit his ass for 17 weeks. I don't care how many injuries I have. He will sit on my bench all year long.
Dallas defense goes to Dan.
All I need,
Melvin
Kenny,
Gordon goes to
every week,
Rachel,
a
drafting for the
screenshot of
Rockets
Christian
fan.
Kirk on the bench.
You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to not play him the entire year, and then when I'm in the fantasy final, I'm going to start Christian
put
Kirk
him
for
in.
2
Robert Woods as
touchdowns
well,
and
Rachel's
150
team.
yards.
It's a good pick.
Kenny, you need to just take a screenshot every week of your bench and send it to Christian Kirk every week.
Week
Yeah.
17 when it doesn't matter in fucking fantasy, but apparently
Ryan
playoffs
Stuck
go that
off
long.
the board as well.
Christian
George
Kirk's
Pickens
wide
goes to
receiver
Kenny.
1.
George Pickens, baby.
Pickens season.
Hey, it's my
Second
turn.
season, baby.
Curiosity question for you, Luke. How fucking bad are the Steelers going to be this year?
They're going to win
6
7
and 10.
games.
7 games?
Yeah.
That's
That's-
respectable.
They're going to
I'd say-
get close to 500 because they have Tomlin.
I said 6 and 11.
Yeah.
So
Like, is Kenny Pickett being loved now?
It's Mitch's job to lose.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which says a lot when he played on the fucking bench last year. So that's
I think that's
it's
going to say a
just-
lot, though, that if he gets replaced, like say they start the year 2-5, 2-6, and Mitch is bad, he could come in and maybe get them to 7 wins because I think he's an upgrade.
Kobe
it's
Myers
my
going
under-
to Steve.
It's my understanding.
Matthew
from
Stafford going
Brooke
to T.
Pryor and Mark Caboli that it's
Coach
Mitch's
Peanut
job,
takes Jameis
but
Winston.
the leash is very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
And my only thing is the offensive line is dog shit. So
Mhm.
put Mitch out
Trubisky
there.
is gonna die.
Just
And
put
just let
Mitch
him get
out there.
killed all season. Let Mason Rudolph take another helmet to the dome, and then maybe week 15 you bring
Daniel
in.
Carson goes to Eric. Eric takes his kicker.
If
Marquez
Mason
Valdez
Rudolph isn't a
Scantling to Frank,
Cowboy
that's a
by
good
fucking
pick,
week
Frank.
3,
You got Benny
Lord.
DiNucci.
who got fucking released again.
Don't forget,
somehow-
we've also had Garrett Gilbert on the roster in the last couple years, and
Hey,
he
listen,
got cut.
Garrett
He
Gilbert
almost
played
beat the
exceptionally
Steelers,
well
so I
against the
don't wanna talk
Steelers.
about that.
Garrett Gilbert kept us in one fucking game.
Kenneth
Ben DiNucci
Gainwell
didn't
off
keep us
the
in a
board.
minute.
Good pick, Chris. I'm gonna go with Kadarius Toney for my first pick, and then take
Stop.
the
I
extra
watched a lot of
time.
football, but the Ben DiNucci game might be the worst fucking thing of football I've ever
Okay,
watched. in my
you know
entire
how I
life.
ranted earlier about Russell Gage? This is what's wrong with fantasy. Russell Gage is ranked 113, and Julio Jones is ranked 140.
How?
Russell
There
Gage
is something wrong with fantasy.
Yeah,
Because they're
That
going
is
off
very
past
true.
Yeah, that-
accomplishments.
Yeah.
Like,
you
who's
know
more
what?
likely to win a
Maybe 'cause it's a
WR3
fantasy.
job out of those two?
I know we talked about this a little bit earlier about who's going to be viable weapons in New Orleans. I totally forgot that Jarvis fucking Landry plays with the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
I
So they
think
have-
we forgot too.
They have Landry, Michael Thomas, and Olave. Plus, they have Henry in the back or Kamara in the backfield. I like that. Actually. I don't hate that.
You drafted a giant.
yeah, I did.
That's fucking.
Why
gross.
would you, Ernest?
I like
mean,
him. I think he's
Go
gonna be
get
good in
Daniel
fantasy.
Jones.
You got Daniel
too.
fucking Jones.
You got Danny Two Nichols throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, it's definitely not Tyrod Taylor now.
Well,
You know
yeah,
who's the
because
league
he's hurt
winner though?
again.
Kenny Galladay.
Oh, speaking of Kenny Galladay, did you see that block the other day?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I did.
Hmm.
Also, did anyone see my thread? This would have been like 6 months ago, where I talked about wide receivers that had a better year than Kenny Galladay, and I listed about 1,000 because he had no touchdowns last year. I said these are notable wide receivers that caught a touchdown this year, and I named like 100.
Yeah. And every single one of them is bagging groceries right now.
Malik Hooker had a better year.
Yeah. And he plays
Two touchdowns in one game. In a 42-19 blowout.
Cam Hayward scored a touchdown.
What's up
last
with the
year.
Michael Carter hate? Why hasn't he been drafted yet?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I don't
Like-
draft
Like we're
players.
not really that convinced that just because there's a rookie there that he suddenly stinks, right? He was decent in fantasy last year.
Bryce Hall, I'm not super set on. I think they'll probably use him as a bunch, as a tandem.
I would
I don't get it.
assume Zach Wilson is talking to his mom, so that's probably why there's not.
Nice pick with Sky Moore, Eric.
I don't know.
I mean, you still have the 5th best team, but it's a nice late flyer.
David Njoku, eh? We're fucking picking
Imagine
now.
this draft if I was offline. It'd be
I
so
mean,
fun.
honestly, Davis Njoku's probably gonna go off beginning of the year.
All right,
honestly,
sure,
that
I'll go
happened.
take Michael
Fucking
Carter.
absolutely dead by week 6.
Fine, I'll draft my 9th running back. I'm just hoarding a running back stable and just waiting for trade.
Like, I'm really surprised Derek Carr's still on your guys' draft board.
1 QB league and I
Oh,
don't know.
I didn't know if it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's 1.
1? I mean, still.
If it was 2, then all the quarterbacks would have gone early.
I took Derek Carr in a 2 QB league. I mean, I don't see it.
Wait,
Just
this is a
upside.
1 QB league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric's face, he just shit his pants.
Stop
did.
it, Eric.
He just shit his pants.
Nah. I'm good. No, I'm just pissed off because the fucking.
I'm going
Braves-
Eric's team.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just-
going Eric's team.
Jones!
I'm pissed off because the Braves gave up a 2-run homer and it had
No,
minus
there's
1.5.
there's only one quarterback there. I was worried there for a second.
No, I wasn't gonna draft another quarterback. You're good. I
Hey,
reached.
there you go. Derek Carr went.
Death, taxes, and the Jays giving up fucking runs. God damn, man.
Dude, I
Hey,
had
they
Braves
won
one
last night.
minus
Pretty
1.5.
decent,
Yeah, now they put Mike White, who might be arguably that's the whitest name in baseball, by the way. Mike White. Anyways,
Hey, he was the quarterback for the Jets last year.
he's
White
the fucking worst pitcher in the MLB.
If
And
you
he's
guys
starting.
actually want to look at a good team, go look at Steven's team.
Do we have a surprisingly good team over there?
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Burrow, Hill, McLaurin.
It's pretty nice.
Cook. That's a pretty tight end week. Edmund, Schuster, Renfro on the bench, Sanders. Fryermuth would be my starter, but
Not bad.
I don't hate it.
I mean, you're all playing for second, so like we can appreciate other
Yeah,
rosters.
Here we go.
Luke.
Fucking here.
And
It's
here
just
we go.
jab, 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 jab.
Los Angeles Chargers off the board.
The
For those that are
Chargers.
watching, thank you for tuning into ITL. What you're hearing is yes, indeed, crickets. Thanks to courtesy of Steve House.
Chase Claypool.
And there was an unidentified bird
It was.
out here earlier as well. Yes, I
What-
don't know
I
what
thought
it
it was a
was.
woodpecker.
It was
I thought it
definitely
was a woodpecker.
If Claypool has
It
a
might have been a
back year, does he get big money too?
Sure. But it was a
He don't get
woodpecker.
no money.
Like if he
Wood.
doesn't do fucking dumb shit this year and just
Guys,
plays
what am I
football-
going to do? There's only kickers and defenses left for me, and all of them got drafted in round 5.
Is Claypool's contract as a rookie over this year?
No, he's got 2 years left.
2 years?
Well, 1 and then off.
Oh man, that made me
What an
chuckle.
idiot I was waiting till round 15 for kicker and defense. God,
I mean, why
suck.
don't you go
Fucking
get
moron.
Jeff Reed out of the parking lot? You're missing somewhere.
I might just run no kicker and defense to give some of these teams a chance.
That makes sense. I appreciate you.
I'll put
I was-
Christian Kirk in at kicker. He doesn't get any points for receptions or yards, only kick yards.
I don't know if you
And
can
I'm just hoping
actually
that
do
he
that.
fumbles and kicks it down the field.
I mean, I was watching that Bills game with Matt Barkley taking fucking kicks. I don't know why that guy played quarterback. He should have been punting his whole fucking life.
No, I
I
fucking
didn't
saw
know that
that
dude was
too.
even in the league.
He could have made something out of himself.
That dude was a number 1 overall, wasn't he?
Dude, he was a number 1 pick.
That's what I thought.
And his
I think-
best fucking highlight tape was him kicking fucking punts yesterday or whatever day it was. 49 and a half yards
Where
average.
did
That's
he go?
very
He was in
respectable.
Philadelphia, wasn't it?
Yeah, 49 and a half yards kicking
If
for
guys
the
are
Bills.
looking for late sleepers, Khalil Herbert when David Montgomery gets hurt. Inevitably.
Did Raheem Mostert just go 143rd? Yeah, I guess.
He did.
Hey,
He
Dad.
did.
Yeah, because his hamstrings are about as tight as a rubber band.
Also, I couldn't draft a 10th running back. I don't have the room.
Oh fuck.
I don't even have that many running backs.
10th
I think I have
running
6.
I
I
gotta
don't
go
even
look
know
at
who
it.
to get
back.
now.
Excuse me, Kenny, you're maxed at running back.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, go look
here
at
we
my
go.
team again and just
Let's see. You
salivate.
got 1, 2, 3, 4,
I don't know what
Five,
classify
right?
Cordero
5
Patterson as
running backs.
anymore.
5 running backs.
Fuck, are we dragging the fans through this? We got to be getting to the end of this.
Yeah, we only got mostly 2 picks for everybody. 1 pick left for most.
Fucking sheesh.
I'm actually surprised how fast.
We appreciate all y'all sticking around for this. Yeah, you guys are the best. Really appreciate all y'all. And
No,
we start off.
This,
Hey
this
guys, isn't Green Bay's defense supposed to be filthy good?
That's what I thought.
this
too.
draft is
Okay,
But
well
then-
I just drafted them in the 15th.
But hey, do you remember who's on the
Ooh,
Chargers?
Kavontae
now?
Probably
Turpin.
should
We got.
be.
There you go, right there, Katie. Kavontae Turpin. That's the MVP pick of the league. Way to go, Dan.
Hey, does your guys' league give points to touchdowns and for kick returns?
Yeah.
Turpin's an option.
Kenny, are you okay, bud?
What do you
He
mean?
looks upset.
I'm sorry, not Kenny. Steve. Steve
Oh.
fucking-
I'm like,
Steve-
what are you talking about? What did I
Steve took a deep breath, and I was like, "Are you okay there, bud?"
Oh, that's what we call that a hoot.
oh yeah, no, I was hitting the ball.
Oh, look right there. Looks like Rachel's team is actually having the best draft so
Welcome to
far.
ITL, Eric.
Okay, just to really
Yeah, how
flex
we-
on you guys, I
Dude, what
drafted
do you-
the last person on the board in this draft. He's ranked 2,654th.
Who's that?
Logan Woodside.
That a boy.
Who's that?
Kenny,
He gets
Nice
one
job,
easy
Kenny.
wide receiver.
you need a kicker. Don't forget, Kenny.
You know what's
Oh,
hilarious? That's
you
going
never
to
got a kicker.
somehow screw up my Yahoo draft grade that they give me. They're going to be like, wow, like you made a really bad
reach
last
at
pick.
250 fucking thousand.
Yeah.
I picked
Your
Mr.
average
Irrelevant.
draft pick was 210th. Like,
I mean, that's going to be that. I mean, that quarterback's going to be Dallas Cowboys' backup quarterback after he gets cut.
He fucking might be. We laugh, but he might be.
I mean, that's a Texas name.
Dude,
no,
I
but in
gotta
all
say, I
seriousness,
think I
after
just
this
knocked my
episode,
draft out of the
I need
park.
a kicker.
I mean, the Cowboys don't even
Steve,
have a
you actually,
fucking kicker, man.
Steve, you are fourth in this league according to the according to the rankings.
I'm very happy with both of my
Attaboy,
teams right now.
Out of way.
They put me down in
Christian
10th
Kirk.
with that last pick.
Christian Kirk and that fucking guy you just drafted killed you.
Congratulations to
Kenny was
everybody
probably,
drafting.
like,
Good luck
rated
to everybody
one-
in the league.
1, 2,
According
3,
to the
Just make it be
standings,
well known that
Frank's
I'm in 10th.
slam dunk team looks to have the best team according to fantasy. Jay
He
Tanamachi
drafted
coach
Justin
team.
Tucker in Buffalo. That's
2.
false.
Rachel's team is in 3rd. Coach Peanut at 4th.
Didn't
So a
even
lot of the
fucking
auto
draft
I
him.
drafts.
love
First
Kenny
5
has
rounds.
that big old 0
Steve,
on
myself,
the board.
Chris, and then Eric is the 5 through 8, and then
Kickers,
Dan and
0 and
Kenny
0.
on the
0.
bottom. Hey, you don't need a kicker to draft. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who came out and watched tonight and went through the banter of what a draft is live. We hope you guys tune in and see how we do. We'll be giving updates all year, and Kenny will be flexing on everybody. Dan says Mayfield most points for week 1 versus Cleveland. Book it.
1000%.
Quarterback 1. But thank you guys so much for joining us. This was ITL. Let's do sign-offs. Let's go around the board. Steve, since you're at the East Coast guy here, Steve, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
You can find me, well, possibly this week at 12 o'clock Eastern Time at all the Blue Collar Media Group channels, but maybe not. I will be moving to 11 o'clock for Blue Collar Game Day, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, on Sundays on all the Blue Collar Media Group channels. For Blue Collar Game Day, just going over all the games for the day, game picks, fantasy lineups, all that. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Steve.
That's all I got.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Thanks for an awesome season. All right, Luke, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at King of Hearts, I think. I'm out of sports depression
Yeah, that's it.
season.
King of Hearts.
I'm out of sports depression season now.
Woo!
So we're good there. And it's officially Hates Pit Day, so eat shit Pitt.
Oh, dude, I hate Pittsburgh too.
That sounds like a great day.
Hell yeah.
Like
We
I
always
didn't know I
appreciate
could
you, Luke.
celebrate that day.
Eric,
Should I have
tell
been
people where they can
texting
find
you like slander about Pittsburgh teams all day?
Yeah, you should have.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You can find me on Eric Sports Picks on Twitter. Just tweeting out the best betting picks I could find. And you can find me on the weekends collaborating with Mr. Kenny on some EPL picks. So,
Whoop.
woo woo.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right.
Oh, a chair.
The Ghost of Luke, everybody. Find him at Ghost of Luke.
Andrew, tell people where they can find you.
Holy fuck, is that funny? Yeah, you can find me at the Boomtown Pod on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. We've been really, really busy, man. Like I said, shout out to Palace Athena Women's Fighting Championship for having us back on pay-per-view. It was a ton of fun. Got to meet Chris Cyborg again, Felicia Spencer from the UFC, or former UFC alumni. Ton of fun. And honestly, man, it's just been busy. So we'll get back into our regular scheduled program probably within the next couple of weeks after some major UFC and Bellator cards. So I'm going to take a little break, reset, and then we'll be full systems go, Cole and myself. So thanks, guys.
Wonderful. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming on again. I hope to see you as a regular to the NFL season. And don't forget, the ITL Pick'em starts next week. We are
Well, I'll be
hyped
here.
for that.
I'll be fucking here.
I know you got to take the title from Kenny. But speaking of Kenny, my season 4 co-host, he looks so excited. I really appreciate you coming on, man, for the finale. Tell the people where they can find you.
It says it there. Hedge Pod, competitive hedge podcast, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We've been doing all of our NFL team preview episodes. Final one will drop tomorrow morning, that being the Pittsburgh Steelers. Check out the collaborations with Eric going on Twitter and all that great stuff. And appreciate you having me on. Look forward to watching Handsome Squidward play this year and all the other casts and characters that they have in the NFL. So appreciate you having me on.
Also, just quickly, I can't wait to invite Luke into Canada in a couple of weeks' time. So we got that connection going on. We're taking him to his first ever CFL game. So I'm very excited about that. Kenny and I will be taking him, and I can only imagine that there'll be a lot of beers drank. So make sure to follow our socials because it's going to be a ton of fun.
Super hype, guys. Hashtag Better Together. Join BCMG today. We appreciate all y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Add into Lap Pod is where you can find all of my content. Thank you guys again for all your support, downloads, listens, views all week. We're going to let you go. It's been an hour and a half. We appreciate all y'all. Love you guys. Good luck with your bets this week. And officially next week, get ready for the BCMG parlays to come rolling out. Laters.